started a little slow, just had to get the flow, but overall I thought it went well and I felt good.
Besides the altitude, what was different about this workout compared to maybe others?
Nothing crazy. Maybe a little more one-on-one, but it wasn't anything different than most of the workouts. Overall, I felt like it was pretty good. They knew we were a little tired, so they kept it a little shorter. So that was good of them.
When we look at the wings, the overall wings of the draft, what are your thoughts? Because there are a lot of you that can go in that lottery, 10 to 15 range.
I agree. There's a lot of good wings. Justice and Kelly, Stan, and myself, are ones that are all trying to fight, and be that, top one or two wings going. And, I think all of us have, the talent to be lottery picks, but, you never know what happens come draft night. So we'll see what happens. You kind of watch them, but you can't really worry about outside stuff like that. Just worry about what you can control. And, I know all those guys well, so I'm supporting them, rooting for them. But at the same time, I'm trying to play well and put myself in the best position as possible.
What do you think separates you from the other wings?
My versatility. Playing inside and out with my size. I think I'm one of the bigger wings. 6'9", but I can still play like a guard or forward. On the post. So that versatility is going to be big for me, especially in the way the NBA is. I don't want to say transforming, but it's kind of going, in a sense, positionless in a way. You saw some of the lineups even in the finals. Draymond sometimes playing the 5, that type of thing. So you never know what the league is going to have, but I feel like I'm getting in at a good time, and I'll be able to show a lot.
What do you know about the Jazz?
Well, I've watched my share of basketball in my life, so Jazz were always on when I was growing up, and late 2000s or 2005, 2010. They're always kind of in the mix. Running into Kobe and Melo in the Western Conference. So you got to watch them a little bit, but this year they got a lot of young talent. They have a lot of good wings, Gordon and Rodney, good guards, Trey and those guys. So, and they're bigs, Rudy, they have a lot of exciting players, got a lot of athleticism, so I think I'd be able to fit in well there, and they're an exciting team, and, it's only looking up for them.
Throughout this whole process, how much of a focus has been shooting and showing that you can hit those long jumpers consistently?
Well, a lot of it. That's a question mark people have. Can he be consistent? I'm streaky at times from the outside, but I think I've gotten a lot better. I shot it well today, in the drills, and we were running in that shootings, and I did a good job of that. And it's been that way throughout this whole draft process, so it's exciting. I see myself as a good shooter, but I got a lot of work to do, and that's one of the things I'm not going to be satisfied where I'm at.
You mentioned the youth on this team. There are some players that may not necessarily look at this as a good situation for them because there's a lot of other young players at their position. How do you view that?
Well, it's kind of, as a competitor, I think you should want that. If guys don't want to compete, then I don't know if they belong on teams. So, every team you go to is going to have competition for your spot. That's why you see guys in and out of the league, and new guys stepping up. It's because people are working harder and showing they can do more and care more. And so, if there's a lot of competition at my spot to get playing time, I'm going to take that on, play hard, show what I have, and give them the reason to put me on the court. Whether I have to wait and be patient or step on the court right away, I want to be ready and be able to show that I have a lot to give.
So on the Players Tribune job app, you compared yourself maybe a little to Trevor Ariza and Gordon. What about their games? Do you see in your own?
Well, Trevor, he's a guy that he's got athleticism, but he can also be a very good knockdown shooter from. You see him from corners, always hitting shots. And one thing I like about Trevor Ariza is that he's always on winning teams. You can kind of tell he's got that attitude that where he goes, he's going to be a big part of success. And that's what you want out of a player. And I feel like I've always been able to, have some sort of success wherever I've gone. So, that's not a, bad thing to want to have. And Gordon, have a lot of work to do to get to, the level of Gordon. But he's one of those guys that, kind of lanky. Had some question marks coming into the draft, but he's a hard worker. He's athletic, versatile, can score inside and out, and just kind of put the defense on the heels. And so that's something I've been able to learn from him. And just watching his game, I can see stuff that he does that I hopefully will be able to do. And I know him a little bit too, so it's fun watching him.
You
talk about the consistency in your shooting. Are you doing anything differently than you did? You know, if you change up form, technique, anything like that?
No, I haven't really changed any form. You know, just shooting my shot and shooting it with confidence. That's the thing. Just putting it up and not worrying about anything and getting my legs involved. You know, we just did that running drill and I could already see, you know, a little short at my jumper. That's just because you got to get your legs involved. And for me, it's all about a good rhythm. So, you know, I just put myself in that rhythm when I get in the gym and do things the right way. And when you practice the right way, you end up getting good results.
Does the NBA 3 make that more difficult?
No, I like the NBA 3 more. Yeah, you can get everything involved and you just put it up and let it fly. And I like that a little more.
Hollis Jefferson had to pull out at the last minute. Were you kind of disappointed that you didn't have that matchup?
A little bit. You know, he didn't pull out because of anything bad. You know, his flight got delayed. You know, that type of thing happens. You know, I had you know, reschedule this workout as well. So hopefully he can get a chance to get back in. But you know, you know, he's a good player. Matched up a lot. I know him well. It'd be fun to go up against him, but I'm sure down the line we're gonna be playing against each other a lot.
How many more workouts do you have before the draft?
Just one more.
Where's that one at?
Sacramento. Yeah.
How many have you done so far?
This is my 8th, so I'll have 9 total. Yep.
Is there a part of your game that's underrated that you think people don't realize?
I think my passing ability, you know, it's one thing. I like getting my teammates involved. So, you know, so putting the ball on the floor and getting in the paint and finding teammates, that's something I really like doing. I played guard my whole life. Played a little bit more off the ball at Wisconsin, so it'll be exciting to show, you know, that I can move and dish. And I think defensively, I'm excited to show that I can play. I know I showed a little more this past season, but I'm excited to, you know, lock up again and, you know, go up against people. So, you know, all those questions are, you know, as a competitor, you want to answer them and show people what you can do.